Gettel Hyundai of Lakewood presents the 2024 Hyundai Sonata N Line in Portofino Gray. This is a front-wheel drive. You can only option it that way. All-wheel drive you can get in the SEL. We have a full refresh, starting with 19-inch wheels for the N Line. When you go SEL, it starts at a 17-inch wheel. You'll have to upgrade to the convenience package to get an 18-inch wheel. The front is going to look more dynamic and futuristic, giving a tech/sporty style with the daytime runnings that's integrated nearly across the whole front fascia, all LED for the front. And when you go inline, this is going to have a unique grille, and the turn signals will be integrated different than on the SEL. Both trims will get 5.3 inches of clearance, and the refresh has taken those lines that run up the hood, so it has more of a sleek, dynamic look. Underneath the hood is going to house a 2.5 liter four-cylinder turbocharged that produces 290 horsepower with 311 pound-feet of torque paired to an 8-speed dual wet clutch automatic transmission, achieving 23 mpgs for the city and 32 mpgs for the highway. Sport-tuned suspension, so when you're thinking, should I go SEL, add the convenience package, it's going to be night and day difference. Not only because of the horsepower torque out of the turbocharge, but the suspension and the transmission. Plus, you're getting the gloss black on the side view mirror caps and around all the window trim. With the inline badging, the lower skirt flares out a little bit more so, and this is one of the most aerodynamic Sonatas ever made. So for a sports sedan, there's not going to be a lot of competition anymore because Toyota and Honda, they're all going hybrid. Volkswagen doesn't offer something as long as this. Nissan, they're discontinuing their variant in which it's not going to be as long as this either. The rear is going to have the H-styled LED taillights that spin across the whole rear, which I like that they're giving this signature touch with the trunk lip spoiler in the gloss black. The lower bumper is going to be inline spec, quad exhaust tips and a diffuser, rear parking sensors, and a reverse camera. Quick release going into 15.6 cubic feet of storage. You get a cargo net, gets an area for a spare tire. You can split fold the rear bench in the back, and because I'm tall, I'm gonna just go inside. And that's going to increase the cargo to the Sonata. Twelve-way power seat adjustment for the inline on the driver's side. Heated seats are standard and cloth seats. 8-way power seat adjustment is standard on the SEL. Manual adjustments for the passenger inline badging. These are the in-sport seats with the microfiber inserts. Headroom and leg room. The inline gets the sport pedals. You get the inline steering wheel. It's leather wrapped, perforated on the side. Multi-function with the paddle shifts. 12 speakers through Bose sound system. The dashboard will be more soft materials. Ambient lighting is only found on the inline. Curved panel with 2 screens. They're 12.3 inch. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Sirius XM, AM, FM, streaming Bluetooth audio. We're going to throw it into reverse so you can see the reverse camera, and the trajectory will expand. When you click onto the icon, you can line it up for a tow, or you can just expand the screen going into a standard dual climate control setting, and this is touch. And you still have physical buttons. Same thing for the infotainment screen and to turn on and off the sound system. Wireless charging pad will come with the convenience package for the SEL. USB ports push this for a 12 volt and the key fob for the refreshed Sonata N Line. You got an area here that you can put it. Driving mode select. When you push it, you got sport, my drive, and normal. You can also change the configuration to this. Whenever you go into the setup here, you can change the cluster layout. Go into the theme, and you can change it to this, in which it's going to be a little bit more understated. It's going to be a little bit more sporty. Opens up into a deep storage pocket. The passenger gets a storage sleeve. Auto-dimming rear view mirror is part of the convenience package for the SEL, as well as the panel moonroof, but this is standard features on the inline, and the door will wrap into the dashboard, and you're going to have that sporty feel with the contrast stitching, one touch up and down for the front windows, and a long storage pocket. Headroom and leg room, storage only behind the passenger seat, which is a net, 2 USB ports, no air vents, cup holders with an armrest, and the door is going to have the same segment that's found in the front, so it's going to be sporty with the contrast stitching and either an umbrella or a flask holder for the door. Sliding into the center, the floor isn't completely flat, but you'll share a touch of feet space, more butt and shoulder space. Leg space isn't too bad, but headroom starts getting a little compromised for anyone that's around 6 foot tall. 290 horsepower out of this sports sedan with 311 pound-feet of torque. Now, I'm not trying to sound like I'm overexcited, but this refresh is really something that we've needed for this level of a vehicle, because when you're thinking Honda, Toyota, Volkswagen, Nissan, nobody is going this route, but Hyundai is, and they're keeping technology, and they're keeping it family oriented, and they're not going crazy with the price. So when you're thinking everything you're getting, it's quite a bit. And when you go inline, you're not just getting a tuned suspension or a turbocharge, you're also getting amenities in the inside that you will not get when you go into the SEL or adding the convenience package, like the Bose sound system, the seats. They're going to contour to your back and your buttocks a little bit more so. Even though it's sporty, it's still not over the top. The ride to it is going to be a little bit more rugged, but it's still good for an everyday, and that's with 19-inch upgraded wheels. Usually once you start going bigger size tires, you're gonna feel a lot more imperfections. I think overall it's paired relatively well. Now when you think about the SEL, 17-inch wheels, so it's gonna be more butter smooth suspension, but then for a few grand more, do you want to turn down the performance? Unless you're wanting an all-wheel drive variant, I don't see why you wouldn't want to tick the box for the inline, because you're getting performance, you're getting great MPGs, and you get that sports style. Even though you have 5.3 inches of clearance, it feels like you're sitting a little bit lower in the inline opposed to the SEL. That one feels like you're sitting a little higher because the cushions are a little bit more plush there, but it's still forgiving in the driver and passenger seat here. You have a lot of space in the interior. The steering is still light. If you're worried about the dual wet clutch automatic transmission, you can feel some jerks here and there, but overall, it just makes it a little bit more seamless and quick. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to stop by Gettel Hyundai of Lakewood to check out their new and pre-owned selection.